Hi everybody, it's Kim Hughes, and today I want to talk to you about ways that you need to keep your sellers happy by having a stellar listing checklist. We've talked about this before. I have agents that tell me all the time that it's all in my head, I don't have it written down, but you need to make this a priority in your business. And the reason is so that you just don't forget anything. I want you to be able to, go into that listing appointment with a lot of confidence. And when that seller says to you, what are you going to do to market my property? Then you have your checklist. You need to memorize it, but you can have it with you and you can hand it to them and say, this is what I will do. But this should include everything that you do, every little step that you take to market their property. It goes from pre-listing, which would be preparing the property for sale. It would be, getting the photographer ready, getting the stager ready, etc. Then you go live, so that's putting it in the MLS and having it go and hitting the button and saying live, and you have everything done on that property, such as the description, the features, the seller's story about the home, how you're going to create the virtual tour, and what documents do you need, what deadlines do you need to meet, just every little detail about that property. And then how are you going to market it outside of the MLS? Even though it syndicates, you still need to market that property, whether it's on social media, direct marketing. Are you going to call past clients? Are you going to send out an e-blast? What is it that you're doing to market that property? And then what you need to do is create a seller report. Now this is crucial. This will set you outside of everybody else, because not every agent does this. And in my business, when we started doing this I think it was like 2008, it just gave that seller great satisfaction in knowing that they had a report right in front of them telling them what you have already accomplished. So what this report should look like is links to everywhere that you can control the listing, such as Zillow, Realtor.com, your website, social media, you're doing e-blast, etc. And what you're doing is you're giving those links to that client so that they don't have to go look for anything. They can just click on that link, go straight to your website and see that property. See the blog on that property. Go to Facebook, go to LinkedIn. Well, not LinkedIn, but Twitter and Google Plus and Pinterest, etc., etc. So you want to make sure that you give them this very detailed report and then tell them, I'm going to be sending you weekly reports from Realtor.com, from Zillow, from my assistant will be sending you showing feedback. Give them details of how you're going to communicate with them during the process of an active listing. And once you have created that relationship with that seller and you take it to that next level, they're going to appreciate it, because you're going to be answering the questions that they're going to have before they even know to ask them. So that's where you can set yourself apart from every other agent out there, is by putting together a seller report. And what I will do is I will link a report that you can look at that I have created. I'll give you a sample of one, so that kind of gives you an idea of what one should look like. And then you can kind of mirror your own, okay? So, of course, we've been doing this forever. Our clients love it. Their clients love it. And everybody's in it for the win, right? So that's one way that you can communicate with your seller while that property is active. But you know that you have to make phone calls to them. So I always say, set aside one day each week where you are just sitting there talking to your clients. Allow them to get that seller report and then get those weekly reports, get that showing feedback, and then schedule maybe 5 or 10 minutes where you just make a phone call and say, hey Joe, I just wanted to check in, let you know. So you can say, hey Joe, I just wanted to check in with you. I know that you've got the seller report. I know that you've got the weekly reports and the showing feedback. So what I'd like to do now is just to kind of go over those stats, see if you have any questions, and then go from there. That phone call shouldn't take very long because everything's been answered. They just need to look at the stats and the information. And then this is also a great tool that if you're dealing with a seller that maybe needs to reduce the price, this is a good way to show them statistics, right? So kind of think about that. Jump over to kimhughes.com, read the blog, be happy, to give me any comments, any questions that you have on this, because I know that we all want to impress our sellers. And when you impress your sellers, they are going to talk about it. They're going to recommend you to their friends, their neighbors, their family. But it also keep in mind that when you are out there marketing a property, whether it's in a seller report or whatever, you need to show your whole market how you take that property and market it to everything that you're doing, because that's self-promotion right there. Because other sellers are going to be looking at you and saying, well, he's doing this and he's doing that. Oh, when I talk to that seller, he's telling me this. So you want that comment of, that conversation taking place with your sellers, talking to their friends, their neighbors, etc., but also so they can go and see it for themselves, right? So let's try to take our listing checklist, perfect it, get it implemented into your CRM program or into, if nothing else, Google Drive. Set it up in Google Drive, and as you market that property, you check it off. Your assistant checks it off. So that way you know exactly what you're doing to market it, and you don't overlook something, you don't forget, you don't get overwhelmed with all the details that need to take place. You need to just put it on a piece of paper and then put it into your CRM, whatever makes you comfortable, but at least it's getting out of your head and you're opening up your mind to take on either more business, learning more about your business, or just spending time with your family. So just let's get it out of your head onto paper and go from there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm always posting new ones every week. So if you want to give me a thumbs up, I would appreciate it if you're on YouTube watching this. And if you would like to subscribe, just click on the red button. You'll be the first to know when I release a new video. And if there is a topic that you would like for me to cover, please feel free to comment or email me, kim@kimhughes.com. Thank you so much and have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.